You got me. Yeah. Okay, Paul Pierce. Better luck in tonight's Game 5. Celtics are a commanding 6.5-point home favorite, as usual. I'm assuming you think Game 5 will be one long victory parade for your Celtics as you wear your green today.
Yeah, I threw us off on Friday. I had the Maverick blue, so I want to ensure today that I came in with the green.
Yeah.
But check this out. Yeah, originally I said 5. I did say 5 for the series. So, you know, we tried to go off script. You know, sometimes you go off script, you know, but we're back on script. You know, the script writers called me and was like, Paul, we can't go off script. You
network,
know, just
network needed another
They needed another game. Yeah. So we're back on script. So that was a little glitch in the matrix last game. I don't really take any stock in the 38-point. It was just a lack of effort. It was, I mean, they were just kind of, oh, we're up 3-0, and they thought Dallas would come in here and lay down, which wasn't the case. And that just shows you that Luka and the Dallas Mavericks have some sort of pride to themselves. But when I look at the script again, the last time Boston Celtics won a championship was in 2008, Skip and Key.
Yeah.
You know what the date was? 6/17.
Uh-oh.
That's today.
Oh.
That's today. So we're right on script.
Oh.
So I know Missoula, he had some Keyshawn type of words for him today or yesterday in the film session. And I know that they'll be ready because there's no way they leave the jungle, not the garden, the jungle today.
Okay.
Without a victory and that trophy held high.
So you are guaranteeing.
I'm guaranteeing today.
Game 5.
There's no way they don't.
Guaranteed Game 5.
Well, I said from the beginning, Skip, that it was going to be a 5-game series. I just tried to go off script.
You said 6, and then you went to 5.
And then I went to 5.
After one game.
After one game. After I saw one game. And so I tried to go off script, and I was like, nah. You know what? We back on script. So, you know, Missoula ripped them to them yesterday. I know they pissed off today. Crowd is going to be into it. It's going to be a lot of drinking started at noon today downtown Boston. And so I expect the crowd to be ready. I expect the players to be ready. And there's no way they walk out of that arena today, Skip, without that trophy.
Okay. Blowout?
Let me see the interviews this afternoon, and I'll take
Let you see the interviews?
So
There's not going to be
Paul,
any interviews.
Well, we're a 6.5 favorite.
Yeah.
And usually when we that big of a favorite, we usually cover. We've been a team that's won by double figures on average in the playoffs and regular season. So with the energy they're going to have tonight, they motivated. They know they got their ass kicked by 38 points. I think they will be double-digit win.
Double-digit.
I do.
They lost on Friday, and if my math is correct, that's 2 days after the fact before they play on Monday. So why would it take him Sunday to rip them a new one? Shouldn't he have done that after the game on Saturday?
I would have gave them the day off and let it, you know, like when you cook that steak, you got to let it rest, like we talk about, and then you cut it up. That's what it was.
So look, here's why I'm at with it, Skip. You said assuming, right? So I assume, and I'm going to assume it's over. It really is. In all honesty, I feel like 6.5 points, they should be able to cover that and going away. At home, they know the stakes. They know what is at stake right now. If you lose Game 5, and all of a sudden it's 3-2, you have now just allowed many people to question what y'all all about. And if you can get out of Dallas, a team that just ran you, boat raced you at home.
Boat race.
And I'm not even talking about the final score, because the final score, they emptied the benches. I'm just talking about how from the time it started to the time they emptied both benches, how they just owned you. You don't want to be put in that position, lose this game if you want to at home. Play that. Now, here's what I would say about losing at home. They have the 3 times they lost back-to-backs, none of them were ever at home. They never lost one on the road, then one at home. It was always on the road. So a little bit of that is in their favor. The 2 big boys that they have, and Tatum and Brown, have got to come to the party, which they know. You cannot allow that ghost of Boston or whatever Garden or whatever y'all call it, Parquet, whatever that name is of that stadium,
the ghost of Celtic past.
To seep back into your head. Going and allowing Luka and Kyrie. Now, Kyrie's, he's got some of those Celtic demons in his head because he continues to talk about it. But if he somehow goes into Boston, does what he did in Game 3, and Luka does what he did in Game 3, and y'all do what y'all did in Game 4 and got to go back to Dallas, 3-2, Skip, I'm off the duck boat. I'm going to sell my seat.
What?
You go 3-2.
Whoa, you go sell your seat?
You go 3-2 if you want to. If you go 3-2, guess what you just did? All them Dallas Cowboys and Michael Irvins of the world talking about 77 and 11 and 88, the football gods have arrived. They gonna arrive on y'all, Paul. So y'all have got to close this out. Because I'm selling it. I'm scalping it. I'm gonna sell it because I think I can make money selling it to somebody. Because y'all, if y'all lose, if don't lose. That's all I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. Because y'all gonna start doubting yourself, Skip. 3-2? Oh, we up 3-0 now. We just lost 2 straight, and we gotta go back
to the scene of the crime.
Come on, man.
That's a long flight. Listen, I done been on flights, Skip, after a playoff loss.
But I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's quiet, no cars playing, no music.
No.
Everybody not talking to each other. They don't want that.
So Keyshawn Johnson just said tonight is a must-win for the Boston Celtics.
Must win. I agree.
100%. Agree.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree.
They gotta win, Skip.
But you are all but guaranteeing that they will win, correct?
Yes, I think they will win. I guarantee they will win. If they don't, though, then I'm coming over there with you. I'm coming over there with you. I'm Don King, and I'm gonna be right there with him, smiling and grinning right with a Skip. Because it means y'all getting ready to show us exactly what y'all are.
So they're gonna make history. If they lose today, Dallas is gonna make history. They're gonna do something that 156 teams
I promise you.
couldn't do.
I promise you. But somebody's got to do it at some point in time, Paul. And y'all prime picking. Y'all, if you
a 64-win team,
I'm just telling you,
is prime picking. A team that's number-wise is on a historical pace. Why is this team prime picking?
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying, Skip, you allow them to come into your home when you're up 3-1, Paul, and you lose this game, it's over.
Whoa.
It's over. Y'all ain't getting no 18 trophy.
All right.
Okay, Paul Pierce, I'm going to remind you, I actually covered the original Dallas Mavericks going back to 1980, and their original colors were blue and green, and so it's that shade of green that you're wearing right now.
I didn't even want to bring that up. I left it alone, Skip, because he tried to tell me this ain't Mark Aguirre and them dudes, so I left it alone.
Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman, Derek Harper, Roy Tarpley.
Yeah.
Brad
so you done
Davis.
picked out the wrong damn colors again.
As long as it's green, we good.
You good. Okay, I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to double, triple, quadruple down on it.
Here we go.
I still say the Dallas Mavericks are a little better than the Boston Celtics because I still believe the Dallas Mavericks are much deeper than the Boston Celtics. We can go starting 5 versus starting 5, but all of a sudden on Friday night, Jason Kidd pushed 2 first-half buttons, Josh Green and Dante Exum. He went to Australia because he went to the 2 Australian kids, and all of a sudden, Paul Pierce, I'm seeing energy. I'm seeing explosion. I'm seeing havoc being wreaked by 2 kids off the bench who suddenly made it look real different to me. Not that Derek Lively doesn't always make it look real different without Porzingis. And you say, is Porzingis going to come back tonight? I don't know what your gut feeling is on it. You don't know?
I don't know. We still a good team without him.
So I saw a very interesting quote from Xavier Tillman, who's now your backup center, I guess, unless it's Luke Cornett from Vanderbilt. I don't think you want him in the game. And Xavier Tillman said this yesterday. When we go through our practices, he, meaning Porzingis, is doing some stuff, but you can tell he's very uncomfortable. Okay? Well, if he's very uncomfortable in practice, how comfortable is he going to be in games? Because he has a tear in the sheath around the tendon that goes down into his foot. I don't know. I'll knock on wood for him. I hope he can come back and play a little bit. But I'm kind of doubtful about it because I think you're kind of doubtful
because
about
I think you think the weight of our championship is hinged on him.
No, I think he's pretty important to you.
Yeah, he's important, but we won all these games where he wasn't available. We We went up 3-0. He was available for one game.
Okay.
Oh, he was available. He played in 2.
Oh, he played in 2 games.
The second game, he scored like 13 points and then got hurt.
We went 2 whole rounds without him. We went 30-5 before he came back.
Okay.
So that's a big sample size of we're pretty good still.
What did Pat Riley famously or infamously say about rebounding?
The rebound war. They won the last 3 games.
Okay, no rebounds, no rings. Guess what? For the whole series so far, it's 181 to 155. That means Dallas is plus 26 in rebounds for the whole series so far. In the last 2 games, Dallas is plus 28. It's 95 to 67.
Okay.
But here's even worse for you. I'm looking at points in the paint. I'm looking at mismatch because I'm looking for the whole series. You're down 66 points in the paint. It's 212 to 146.
A lot of that had to do with last game.
Okay, all right. The last 2 games, Dallas is plus 50 points in the paint. It's 112 to 62. 112 to 62. That should scare you to death.
No, it
because
offsets.
You're getting pounded.
It offsets with the 3-point line. We're plus what from the 3, so it offsets that.
All right.
So we're up 3-1. And you know what else? You know what? Dallas is plus 6 in total points on the series, and they've only won 1 game. So what is that telling you?
It tells me that when I look at these numbers, if I just looked at blind resumes here and I just tried to compare the numbers, if I didn't know,
be down in the series.
I would think you'd be down 3 to 1.
You think so,
Seriously, right? I would. I would think you were down 3 to 1.
So that means we haven't played well. We're up 3-1 with 1 game to go at home.
Okay.
You can't be that confident.
Would you believe?
You guys have played this great and you're down 3-1. That's what you're saying.
Would you believe you lost by 38 on Friday night while Kyrie and Luka combined to go 1 of 14 from 3? 1 of 14 from 3, and you lost by 30. That should horrify you about tonight.
You know what that loss is, though, Skip? Look, I got the Celtics winning, but I'm not a fool to think that that the Mavs can't go into Boston and because of Boston's history of this lackadaisical approach, wind up winning the game, just like I felt in Game 4. Although I picked Boston, but I felt that Dallas could win the game.
You said that.
Here's why that Game 4 to me is an outlier. Because as I said before, they got 3 in the back pocket with 4 to go. So they got enough. At that point in time, they had enough cushion to make a mistake. So they made the 1 mistake. They don't have that cushion anymore to make a second mistake. Because that cushion, it starts like this, Skip. And as they start to take layers from the cushion, next thing you know, there's going to be bone on bone. So they got to be real careful tonight not to allow Dallas to hang around and feel like we can win this game. Because if they do that, Boston's going to have that long flight that Paul keeps talking about, where nobody is sleeping really well, they're uncomfortable, nobody's talking, they side-eyeing each other, they starting to look at Joe Mazzulla like, what are you doing? That's what they're going to have. That's the problem they're going to have. Game 4 was an outlier, though. They kind of was...
Complete aberration.
Yeah, it was like, we start off slow. They got hot on them, and then at that point, they kind of packed it in.
So I go back to 11 minutes left in Game 3 in the 4th quarter, and from that moment forward, when they went on that 22-2 run, if I just look at the score, the total score from that moment to now, it's Dallas 151, Boston 99. So they have outscored them by 52 points basically over the last 5 quarters. That's what you could say.
Yeah, but I wouldn't count the 4th quarter, though.
They're at home, too, Skip. They play better at home.
Okay.
So you expect that from them.
But y'all play better on the road, and look what happened.
We played better at home as of late. But, I mean, you got to expect this from a Dallas team going home with some sense of pride. I mean, goodness gracious, we've already labeled this the best backcourt. We've already labeled Luka's probably the best player in the NBA. I mean, I would expect the best player in the NBA to get 1 win, right? I mean, come on.
I mean, he did everything that he normally was doing again. Nothing.
Yeah,
except he played a little bit better defense and a little more energy based on being shellacked by everybody in the media the game before.
Yeah. It was nothing game plan-wise. It was nothing strategic that Dallas did in that game to say, oh, we got to, hold on, something's different here. You know the only difference they made? The only difference was they changed their mindset. They said they're going to play a little bit harder, and Luka said, I'm going to get down on defense and finally play some defense because that's what we've been calling, and I'm going to stay off the refs. So that was the adjustment.
He did stay off the refs. I don't think he said anything to a ref the whole night.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. So that was the adjustment. So
every chance he had, he actually pushed the pace. He actually tried to run down the court with the basketball. I don't know how fast he can run, but he's pushing it as hard as he can.
No, he did. That was the adjustment right there.
Seriously.
So if that's the adjustment, it wasn't game plan-wise, I wouldn't be worried at all.
Okay.
So now we just got to match their energy.
I saw Jaylen Brown try to guard Luka, and then I saw Drew Holiday try to guard Luka, and then I saw Derek White try to guard Luka, and he toyed with all three of them again and again
what you
and
mean,
again.
Toyed with it? 12 for 26 is toyed?
He took him down low and just sort of said, nah, shrugged a little bit, and just went up over him.
He was a little more aggressive going to the rim, but he wasn't efficient.
No, he wasn't.
12 for 26.
8 from the 3.
And if you want to get specific about his numbers, and you want to talk about toy, to me, if you toy with somebody, you're going to shoot a higher percentage. And when you look at his numbers, he had 29, 5 and 5. That's below average for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's below average.
Well,
they blew him out. Yeah, and I get it. If he had to play the fourth quarter, it would have got better. But he wasn't efficient. He shot 12 for 26 in the first half, so there was nothing that's discouraging about what they did in Game 4. Even though they won by 38 points, that's going to tell me they have the Celtics number. They found something in the offense. They found something in the defense. Because to me, that was a lack of energy by the Celtics, and that was a lack of effort, and that was unacceptable. And everybody saw it from the jump. Jason Tatum got his three-point shot blocked. Derek Lively's making a 3 now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the game was lost.
The basketball gods was on their side.
That game was lost.
Basketball gods.
That game was lost in the first quarter, though. Because when it was 31-21 at the end of one, if it would have been flipped, it would have been the same thing.
Yep.
Dallas, like I said that day we talked about it, Dallas, if the Celtics got off to a fast run, Dallas was going to pack it up.
Yep.
Dallas got off to a fast run, the Celtics were going to pack it up because they had 3 in their back pocket.
Yep.
What happened to your cold-blooded basketball killers who are going to step on the throat and just make short work of the Mavericks and sweep? You had your broom out here. You're sweeping them off the front of the set.
Let me go pick J. Kidd up real quick.
Bring him back. Where is Luka? Look up.
Hey, Luka, J. Kidd, come back. My bad. Yeah. That's just human nature sometimes, Skip.
Human nature.
You get a little content. You know, you feeling good about yourself. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You win in a certain way. Think about it. You at the dice table. You win in a certain way. Then you start adding on some money. You know, then you crap out. You know that.
When you look at this game, Paul,
you should have just kept everything the same.
So when you look at this game tonight, Paul, when you look at this game tonight, I picked them. You picked them, obviously, to win the game. When something goes not the way you want it to in this game, and all of a sudden Dallas clips them and it's 3-2, and they're going back to Dallas, how you gonna feel? That's the question. How you gonna feel 3-2 versus 3-0?
Oh, that's gonna be a sunken feeling. That flight, like I'm telling you, let's just play the Skip and Keyshawn if game.
I didn't say if.
If they do lose, I mean, yeah, see, right now, all the momentum still with Boston.
Yeah, it is.
All the pressure is still on Dallas.
No, see, I don't think so.
All the pressure is still on Dallas.
I think Dallas
now Dallas got a little sense of hope. So there's a little pressure on them. They like, guys, if we win, there's a little more anxiety in that locker room with Dallas than still in Boston.
The anxiety is building to nuclear limits.
No, not yet. Not nuclear.
Y'all could implode, man.
No, sir.
No, really, honestly.
No,
You
sir.
up 3-0. You going back home 3-2.
We came down here and got our job done.
How?
We got to win in Dallas.
Yes.
You can't tell me.
But you were up 3-0.
You got 2 out of 3 games at home. You haven't lost 3 out of 4 games all year long.
I understand
that. You haven't lost 4 games in a row. You haven't even lost 3 games in a row all year long.
I understand that.
So over the course of 6, 7, 8 months, that's a great sample size to tell me how consistent you are as a team. Think about this. In 8 months span, they haven't lost 3 in a row games all year long. So now we're going to wait until the end to do it? I just don't see it.
You haven't played the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, we beat them twice this year during the regular season.
But they weren't this Dallas Mavericks.
Yes, they was. They was the second time in March.
Here's the point. My biggest disappointment about games 1 and 2 is that Luka has played by far the best on the road. And you better hope that he doesn't do what he kept doing through the first 3 rounds, which is go into somebody's house and shut down and shut out the crowd, because he just took over games in each of the first 3 rounds on the road. And he had you dead to rights.
What was these road places at again? Wait, one was at the L.A. Clippers.
Yeah.
That's not
Clippers,
really. I mean, that crowd ain't really.
No, Oklahoma City doesn't have a good crowd.
They all right. Minnesota.
They're all right.
This is the Garden.
Yeah.
This is the Garden, Skip.
This is the Garden.
This is the Boston Garden.
Not loud, though.
Let me tell you something. When they pull that bus up, that long ramp in the back, it's gonna be 1,000 fans out there. When they walk into that arena, it's gonna be 1,000 fans. And then every time Kyrie touch the ball, it's gonna be like Kyrie sucks every single time.
Sure
so look at all these different elements you got when you coming out here. It's different. It's different.
What if Luka walks into the Garden and does a number on your crowd the way he can do? He is highly capable, and you know he's highly capable.
I know what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
I know what he's capable of doing. And the thing about this, Luka can have a great game, and they still can lose, because he's had some great games.
Yeah.
I'm worried about, I'm not, you know what, Scott, I'm not even worried about Luka. Go ahead, Luka, you can go ahead and get your little 40, 45. You know what? We can't let Lively.
45?
Yeah, whatever. I don't need.
You're cooked.
I don't need Lively getting me 12 and 10 double doubles. I don't need Tim Hardaway Jr. coming in here making 5 3-pointers.
By the way, I'm glad you brought that up.
I knew you was going to bring that game was over, though.
Man, the game was over, Skip. Stop, man. He out there messing around with.
Look at this guy.
They got a Hardaway side.
I don't even recognize the guys on the floor, Skip. Stop, man.
Look out.
That's their secret nuclear weapon.
That's 3.
Look at
Tim Hardaway Jr.
He got
Skip.
Look, I've been
I don't recognize nobody on the floor for the Celtics.
I've been telling you. It didn't matter who he was playing. He got it back. He caught fire.
Man, that looked like an old Celtic team.
Yeah.
That's going to carry over to tonight.
Like a Danny Ainge, a Bird, a McHale.
Oh, that's me guarding him.
No, that was Rick Carlisle was out there, right?
Rick Carlisle?
Yeah, he was out there.
Oh, gosh. Oh, come on now. Come on. I just, it's the role players I'm more worried about. Like Derrick Jones Jr., these guys, stepping up.
So you are worried then?
No, I'm not saying I'm not worried about Luka. It's the other guys.
No, but you're worried that they could lose this game.
I think there's no way in hell, Keyshawn, that they walk out of here with a W tonight. Not the Mavericks. No way in hell they do it.
For some reason, it goes the other way, Paul. You ain't gonna sleep, man. You gotta give them an opportunity and a chance. You gotta believe that they could come in there and win the game.
The thing is, I watched a lot of basketball this year, and I watched the Dallas Mavericks a lot. And the reason I say this is because I didn't see nothing strategy-wise, strategically that they did. It wasn't nothing, you know what? They went to a box and one, or they started zoning. Strategically, the only strategic thing they did was Luka pushed the ball. Luka didn't get on the reps. Like, come on, think about it. It was nothing like game plan-wise. I saw what they did versus Minnesota. I was like, it's going to be a problem for Minnesota. I just seen them change it. And this defense and this pick and roll going to be a problem for them all series long. I just haven't seen through four games nothing that Dallas did but just play with more effort than Boston. So
you don't think they can come to Boston and play with that same effort?
Yeah. But I think Boston, if they just match that energy, are going to be better than them on their home floor.
Well, I'm picking Boston. I'm just not going to just assume that Dallas can't win the game.
Paul Pierce, your Celtics do not have a Luka. They do not have a Kyrie. I don't think they have a Tim Hardaway Jr. When he heats up. You don't have one of those guys coming off your bench. Not like that. I got Dallas.
Hey.
I think we're going back to Dallas for Game 6. I think Keyshawn is going to move over to this side of the table by tomorrow.
If that would have happened, Skip, I'm gonna be over there on that side of the table.
I'm
gonna have to get away from Paul.
With Keyshawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get away from you, Paul.
Hey, I need a shot. He said Tim Hardaway Jr. We don't have nobody like that.
You drop this one to Dallas tonight. Y'all not gonna win. Y'all 18th. I'm just telling you.
All right, here we go. All right, you know what, Key? Your duck boat ticket is revoked.
I'm selling it if y'all lose.
I'm taking that. No, let's get rid of that now.
Paul Pierce says Celtics by 10.
Yeah, I got it by 10.
Okay, I'll take 10 for a dinner right now, tonight. 10 for a dinner.
You gonna feed this dude for the next 10 years, man. You better stop betting.
Huh?
4 dinners.
Huh?
4 dinners.
Not 4 dinner, for a dinner.
Because we're going to take the series and a double-digit win.
Okay.
This is at least 2. Worth 2.
You'll give me 10 points for 2 dinners. I'm up 4.
Yeah, for 2 dinners.
Okay, for 2 dinners, you'll give me 10.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.